Kavanaugh will hear his first oral arguments tomorrow, Greg. What will be the case or cases?
It's actually a pretty technical pair of cases that they're hearing, Vonnie. It has to do with this federal law that enhances the penalties for federal gun crimes if you've already been convicted of several serious state crimes. And it's a statute the court has had to look at several times. It's not one we would normally be talking about, but of course, everyone will be watching because it will be Brett Kavanaugh's first appearance on the bench. And it will be maybe a little insight into how the justices interact with each other. Is there a procedure for how they go about their daily business? Do they get together at some point? Or even at certain points in the term, do they all get together and discuss things? Yeah, they have a series of private conferences throughout the term where they talk about, say, what new cases they're going to take up. They talk about how they're going to vote on arguments they just heard. He will be participating in those. His first big conference will be at the end of this week. There's a lot of kind of rituals about the way they do things there. The most junior justice always speaks last when they're talking about a case. He or she also has the duty of answering the door because nobody else is in the room other than the 9 justices. And so if there's a delivery or something, they have to get up and open the door. It's a very seniority-based system at the Supreme Court. And at the moment, he's at the bottom of the pecking order. And Greg, what cases are going to be coming up later in the term that we'll be particularly watching? Yeah, the term will get much more interesting later on. The court is likely to have to revisit the subject of partisan gerrymandering. It could well be taking up the issue of whether federal job discrimination law protects people on the basis of sexual orientation or gender identity. It could be dealing with President Trump's efforts to rescind the DACA program. And of course, there's the Mueller investigation. And while there aren't any court cases yet stemming from that seem like they're going to get to the court, it's possible the court could be asked, for example, to decide whether the president has to comply with a subpoena issued by the special counsel.